Hi friends, today we're going to talk about circles and hexagons. So a circle looks a lot like this, right? It's like the inside of a square because a circle has an equal distance when you go out from the center to each side. If I took my circle and I squished it or I stretched it so it went out wider, it would turn into one of these. Do you know what that one's called? Yeah, it's called an oval. So an oval is a little different from a circle, but they do have these two things in common. So how many straight sides does our circle have? Straight sides. Yeah, 0, because the circle is all curves. It's one big curve that just keeps going and going. It reminds me of our Make New Friends song, where we say a circle's round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. So it just keeps going and going as a curve. So that means how many vertices or corners does it have? How many vertices? Yeah, 0. It just keeps going. It never comes to that point, which makes you stop. So what's kind of cool is a circle has 0, 0, which are both also kind of ovals or circles, huh? So an oval is just a stretched or a squished circle. So that's how an oval is different from a circle, but these two things they have in common. All right, for a hexagon, I want to show you what a hexagon is that we usually see when you think of a hexagon. You usually think of this shape here. It's a little curve there we go. So we usually think of this sort of shape. And so how many straight sides does that have? How many straight sides does a hexagon have? 1, 2, actually I'm gonna mark them as I go. I don't want to lose count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 straight sides. And how many vertices does a hexagon have? That's the corners. I'm gonna do that in different colors so we can see them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has 6 vertices. So 6 straight sides, 6 vertices. Notice how all of our shapes so far have kind of had a magic number about them, where it has the same number of sides and vertices. So triangle had 3, squares and rectangles have 4, hexagon has 6, and a circle has 0. Now I want to show you some things about a hexagon, because this is the hexagon we see most often, and we think that that might be the only type of hexagon. But a hexagon is like a rectangle more than a square. And I say that because when we think of a square, we think it has to be that perfect shape, right? It can't look any different. And that's mostly true. Squares can only be small or big because all their sides are equal. But a rectangle can look really different. Same with a triangle, because the sides can be different lengths. They don't always have to be equal to each other. And that's the same with a hexagon. So when I draw them like this, these are all about equal sides. But the hexagons can look any way. They just need 6 straight sides and 6 vertices. So let's look at a few. So first I have this guy. Do you remember this square? I'm going to zoom it out for you guys, okay? There we go. So I have my square. Woo! And I also I have 4, right? 4 straight sides, 4 vertices. If I want to make a hexagon, I'm going to need more. So here's my 5th one with my 5th vertice. And here's my, hold on, I'll put this one together. Ooh, anyone know what the 5-sided shape is? We don't see this one as often, but it's also important to know. This one's called a pentagon, and that's because pent means 5. So a gon means shape, pent means 5, so 5-sided shape. Hex means 6, and that's where the 6-sided shape then comes from. Hex means 6. So I'm going to add another one over here. Going to add another side, and I'm going to connect it. And we have a hexagon. Now this is the hexagon, very similar to what you think of. Now you notice how the lines had to curve the way I put them in. I could put them in a different way here. No, it's just the material I'm using. curves a bit. But you see that basic hexagon shape there, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Now, I have some pictures of some hexagons to show you. And you get to tell me if they are hexagons or if they're not hexagons. You guys think hexagon or not a hexagon? Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's count the vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, you're correct. It is not a hexagon because I didn't specify. On here, I did say it's number of straight sides. Straight sides. Are all of these ones straight? No, look at those curves. So this is just a polygon. It's just a shape, but we wouldn't call it a hexagon because they're not straight sides. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexagon. Yes, this is another hexagon. It reminds me of a hexagon that's been stretched out. So this one kind of looks like a rectangle in the middle with 2 triangles at the end, huh? All right. Ooh, what about this shape? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can see already. 8. No, that can't be a hexagon. This one is what we're going to start learning about is a solid shape. It kind of looks like a block or something like a column you'd pick up. It's a 3D shape. So it's a 2D picture of a 3D shape that you could actually pick up and grab around it. And so this one's called a rectangular prism, but we'll come back to that next week. What about this shape? No, it's open. Don't even look. No, it's not a polygon. It's an open. It's not a closed shape. What about this one? Yeah, it's got 6 points that are on the outside. But I also see the corners on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's actually 12 vertices in this shape. And there's 12 lines. Each of these points has 2 lines to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoa, that is called... Ooh, I can't remember. I know a decagon is a 10-sided shape. I can't remember what a 12-sided shape is called. All right, is this one a hexagon? Yes, 6 vertices and 6 straight sides. So this is also a hexagon, even though it doesn't look like what we're used to traditionally when you see like a pattern block like a hexagon. But this is also a hexagon. What about this shape? No, yeah, it only has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So this one is called a parallelogram because their lines are parallel. You could also call it a quadrilateral, which is a 4-sided shape. That's not a rectangle or a square. Quad means 4. And it's also just a shape. It's a polygon. All right, what about this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, also a hexagon. So these were our 3 hexagon shapes that we saw today. So a little bit different from what we're used to. And you need to know that when you're looking for hexagons in what I'm about to show you. Okay, so you're going to do that same thing that we just did together. You're going to do in this worksheet. So you've seen this one similar before into our other lessons about 2D shapes. And it says find the circles and color them green. Then it says find the hexagons and color them yellow. Now again, you can kind of choose your own colors too. You don't have to use exactly what they say. I'm going to find a green and a yellow though, if I have them. Yeah, I do. All right, circles, color them green. And you can even highlight it at the top if that helps you remember what you're doing. Hexagons are yellow. Okay, so I'd color this guy in green. I don't know, he looks a little squishy, but I think that's supposed to be a circle. But if you wanted to say it's an oval, I would understand that too. It's a little Looks a little stretched. Sometimes when we find them on the internet and we put them in a document, sometimes they don't look quite right. But when we draw them, we should do it. Okay. All right, here's a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It matches that one from earlier, remember. Oh, I see that one from earlier too. All right, I'm going to check it though. Yes. All right, what about this funky one? I have to figure that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it does. 6 corners and 6 sides. Okay, I'm going to keep going because there's more. But I'm going to keep going on my own, and you guys can do that too, okay? And then you also cross out the ones that are not circles or hexagons. So, for example, I'd cross out the triangle and the square and whatever that is. So you can cross those out too. And then draw your own at the bottom. And remember, you can kind of have fun and try to draw some weird hexagons. So 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a hexagon. Make sure you have all your corners. I was close to making a line there, and then I wouldn't have had a 6th corner. Okay, so draw some hexagons, and then practice drawing your perfect circles. All right. The next one, you get to practice your other shapes too. So we're doing our triangles blue, our rectangles red, our circles green, and our hexagons yellow. Now, if you follow the directions up to now, it's good because it'll stick with you, the different colors that you've used. But if you've been using other ones or you don't have these colors, you can make your own key by underlining the words there and then coloring them in. Okay. Now on here it says, on the back of your paper, draw 2 triangles and 1 hexagon. And then count up together, how many shapes total did you draw? Okay. 2 triangles and 1 hexagon. All right. Next, we have this paper. All right, this one is one you can use for whatever you like. So you can do another shape hunt with this. You can identify them and write their names underneath, which is what I would do. I would label each one. And then just color them in pretty. You could use it as a coloring page. You could also, like I said, do a scavenger hunt with all of these ones now, like you did last week. So here I'd say oval. Here I'd count 1, 2, curved, 3-sided. So it's not a triangle though. So you could either cross it out or you can label it as a polygon. So a closed shape that we don't have a name for is called a polygon. So this one would also be a polygon. Or maybe you want to call it a star. Okay, that's okay too to have non-math words for our shapes too. That's all right. This one, it was our pentagon. We talked about that a little bit, a 5-sided shape. Pentagon. And then I'll let you label the other ones on your own. Okay? All right. I hope you enjoyed our little lesson about circles and hexagons today. Now you guys are ready to fill out your whole shape book. It says, I can make shapes. And on here has all the shapes we've been studying. And it has all the things that we've learned about them. So it says, shapes are my friend. And you even get to trace over some words and some numbers. What shape has 3 corners and 3 sides? So it's also a little quiz book. So it'll quiz you to see if you know. What is it, friends? A triangle. And then it has 3 corners and 3 sides. What shape has 4 corners it can have 2 long sides and 2 short sides with 4 sides altogether? Yes, a rectangle. And you guys could even make these. Oh, I should talk about this one. Okay. You could make your own quiz cards or quiz book and quiz your family too on your new shape knowledge. Now, the last thing in here, friends, is this one here. What shape has 0 corners and 1 side? So the side they're talking about, it doesn't say straight side. So it could be a curved side. So what shape do you think that is? Yes, so it has one side. That's totally true. If it didn't have any sides at all, then it would be it would be nothing, right? There'd be nothing on the paper. I have to draw something. And so I drew a one curved side that just keeps going. Okay. So on our identification paper, we are talking about straight sides. So make sure you understand the difference there, okay? All right, and it keeps going for our other shapes too. I hope you enjoy making your shape book. Bye, friends.